All right, so this one is for you, dear Leo. That's you, Leo. This is Tarot Illumination, and this is your singles mini love and relationship report for the mid-late October to November, early November season, okay? So cards are already well shuffled in advance. We're going to do some more live in front of you just so that you know the cards are shuffled and so on. No flyers, no jumpers, no reversals. You know the drill. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Thank you very much. Retell it, reinterpret to suit you. Okay, it's your reading for you. I'm just giving you a tarot illumination perspective. Also, I would invite you to stop, start, pause, rewind as ever you need in order to integrate all these questions into your reading, okay? It'll all make sense. You'll figure it out, okay? So let's do this. All right, Leo? I hope you're having an awesome time. Oh, by the way, let me indulge you just a tiny bit here, just for fun. So, you know, Leo, that you're one of the lucky ones right now because you've got all this massive firepower, grand fire trine working for you, Leo, on the Leo North Node. So hopefully you're making the best of this season to be the best Leo that you've ever been in the last, whatever it is, 20 years, you know? 19 years, or however long. I forgot it takes for the, the nodal cycle to go around. I think it's 19 and a half, something like that. Anyway, so this is for you, Leo. Okay, hold on. Give me just a second. Oh, no jumpers, no flyers. I know you saw that, but pretend you didn't. Ha, ha, ha. All right, so I have to start again. And let's just see. You can interpret that however you want. It's there, it's live, it happened, but I'm not going to factor it into the reading. You can factor it in if you want to. All right, so here we go. I'm going to cut. I like to get the cards very clear. Thank you. Thank you very much. So what sort of love energy would you be radiating right now through this period? And what sort of love energy could you potentially attract to you on the understanding about the laws of attraction, given who you are, what you're radiating? And then let's say this kind of works out. Let's say somebody shows up or there's a glimpse or, a little taste of it. Then what would the relationship itself be like? Because from the tarot illumination perspective, there's you, there's the other, and then there's the relationship itself, which has its own identity and energy. So what would the momentum and the prospects of that relationship be? What if? This whole reading is like, what if? What if? What if? So we're going to look at this card in a moment. This is like the circumstantial energy that's around you for this period, and you're going to make the best of it. Okay, Leo? I'm sure you do that already. The weather's not going to own you. Just because it's bad weather doesn't mean you're going to feel miserable, okay? If it's really awesome weather, it doesn't mean you have to go out there and pretend you're deliriously happy if you're not. Just center, 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 and make the best of the weather. So what you have is the Seven of Cups. So it could be through this time period, you're getting a little bit of vertigo when it comes to matters of the heart. It could be you're going through, like, have you ever been to a fairground and you've had a few rides and you're all excited for a while, but you're starting to get kind of dizzy and wobbly, like, wait a minute. What's actually going on here? Are we going up or are we going down? Did I really want to get on that ride or not? Or should I just leave now? Or maybe I should just stay and have even more wacky, crazy fun. So it might feel like going through this period, you might be wondering what on earth is going on in my love life? What on earth is happening with romance, relationships, and love? Because it seems that there's things that are all over the place in ways that perhaps don't make sense. It could leave you feeling dizzy. Now, it could also indicate that this might be an ideal opportunity for you to kind of invoke what you really wish for, what you would really dream for in a loving relationship, if you could just like press a magic button or press the switch and all of a sudden, beep, that person arrives. So let's just stay positive, okay, with the Seven of Cups here. Let's just say there's all sorts of weird and wonderful things happening around you, even though they don't make sense. It's there and it's full of cups, it's full of love. It's just the question is, what the heck do you do with all of that? All right. So, yeah, you might have a lot of questions on your mind. So let's have a look at you. What are you radiating? Okay, with the Judgment here, this is perhaps like, maybe this is a really good opportunity. Maybe this is a really good time for you to say, hold on, wait a minute. I can see now that I have the chance to like start from scratch again, because guess what? I'm guided, I'm protected, I am redeemed, I am recycled, I am forgiven, I am forgiving. And I've got all the support of the angels around me to back me up. Thank you very much. So if it means that you, Leo, might be feeling like you're in a situation where you've been like stripped down to the bone and laid bare, and you're seeing that as like a bit disorienting at first because that's not exactly dignified, especially for a Leo, hopefully you'll see it as a potential dream opportunity come true where you can actually feel very, very liberated. This could be a very liberating time period for you, although it might be happening in a way that might feel very weird and very weird or peculiar or unexpected. So, but the beauty of this, if you're radiating this energy, it's probably because you've earned it and you deserve it. So you might be having a chance to see like how you can start your whole life again when it comes to relationships, factoring like what did I learn? What have I learned up in life up till now about what doesn't work? Maybe you discovered that there's an awful lot of things that didn't work and never did. And it's about time it came into realization like, wow, I was living in la la land, loopy loo, for forever. And I didn't know that, but I figured it out and it's okay. Moving on, we get to start from scratch all over again, even if it means in the same thing, but recycled and renewed in some way that could be even more magical and or could become quite magical and beautiful in its own bizarre uh, merry-go-round, amusement park, kaleidoscopic kind of way. So let's just say you're just being you. All right. Well, let's just say that's you. And you are very forgiving, you are very loving, you're very caring, and you are being forgiven as well. So you can start from scratch and have a completely new perspective. What would you attract if? What if? Who would they be? What would they radiate? What would be their love energy? Okay, passionate expression. So you might attract someone who they've already got the hots for you. In other words, and they might have a lot of say. They might have a lot to say. They might have a lot to get off their chest. They might have a tremendous amount that they really need to express openly, vividly, and clearly, very passionately, in very spirited ways that perhaps you might really, really, really welcome. This could be really, really good news for you, Leo. You might really appreciate this because you might have attracted someone who thinks you're just super hot and they're totally going for you. They're like, let's just say, in ways that you might not understand, maybe they are coming after you in some ways that could make you feel as though you're starting from scratch again. And this might be a completely new person. And so, like in ways that you've never like imagined existed before. But this could also be someone who has, you might just be attracting someone who has a tremendous amount that needs to be expressed, okay, right now in some form or other. And it's in a very, let's say, very well intended way that has, there's no malice here. It's just that it's very vibrant and it needs to be, it really, really needs to be expressed, okay? And there's no way out of it. So it's kind of, it might catch you off guard, like, what the heck? Like, what are you saying? How are you saying it? Why? Okay, just calm down, calm down, calm down. Who are you? Where do you come from? What do you want? How do you see things? And because from your perspective, Leo, you might feel that things are very disorienting and wobbly. So it would be perfectly okay for you in a very simple way to say, hold on, what exactly is going on here? Thank you very much, dear potential significant other. Just calm it down, be clear, go step by step, express each issue clearly and passionately and with all your heart, and I will be here for you. I will listen, and let's see what happens. So where would that take you? Where would that take you, Leo, in this situation? It's kind of exciting. It's kind of weird, kind of wobbly, but it's also the chance for renewal is very exciting here. Let's have a look. Wow. Some people think of this as a marriage card. So it could indicate that someone has figured out that you're a good catch and they're coming after you to the point where you realize, wow, that's cool. I never saw this coming. It feels very weird, but it could work in such a way that this could be all about locking it down, turning it into a marriage. Some kind of weird and wonderful, unexpected marriage that no one could have predicted. Maybe for the long haul. This is a very serious card here in this position. Some people think of this as formalizing a relationship where you, let's say you get real and you say, okay, well, we're going to do it this way, and this way, according to the code, and we're going to do it in public. In other words, you actually get engaged and you actually get married. Now, it could also indicate here for you, Leo, that this could be a really exciting time for you to discover through the context of a relationship where you've attracted someone who's very expressive at this moment in time, where it allows you to perceive your love and relationship situation in a whole new perspective that you never knew could exist before, where you understand that it's about time to create a code, like a code of honor, like the 10 codes of honor that need to be respected in a loving, healthy relationship, so that instead of wobbling around in a kind of, let's say, not a fairyland, but in a land of optical illusions where things are not as they seem, instead, this vibrant, passionate expression here might bring you into a position where you can now clarify what needs to be clarified in the context of a healthy relationship, where the things that really, really work for the long term can be defined and written out, kind of like creating a marriage vow. Like, let's say you've discovered and you learned something in a very weird and wonderful way about what does work in relationships and what doesn't work in relationships. And it's allowing you, Leo, to figure out, well, there's a code. This, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this are the codes that need to be honored and respected in the context of a loving relationship in order for it to work. Thank you very much. So are we going to do this or not? That's the question here. What's the nature of the relationship? It could be that the nature of the relationship is about, are we going to do this or not? Are we going to make it real? Are we going to solidify this? Are we going to take it out of the realms of cuckoo land and turn it into a very good old-fashioned thing? Who knows? Let's see, what are the prospects here? The prospects indicate that, yeah, there's potential it could work. It could indicate that there's a lot to learn. And it could indicate that there is, let's say, it's very innocent and well-meaning from both sides. So that could be very, very good for you and for the other person, because the relationship itself could create, let's say, a bedrock of stability where you can advance and grow together in ways that would not have been possible beforehand, before all this expression occurred. Because we don't even know who or when this is. This is just potential here. This is just potential here. This would be potential if this kind of energy actually worked for you. So we don't know yet, because these are very contradictory energies here. The 7 of Cups is kind of like in some ways, it's not what would be, let's say, the primary ingredients of a viable relationship. In other words, if it appears that something is potentially good here, that it could turn into a marriage type of structured thing, please understand that this is happening in a situation and circumstances and an environment where everything is not as it seems. So the suggestion here is that my feeling for you, Leo, is to be very, very careful, be very much on high alert right now so that you can like read things like truthfully from your heart. And if all of this rings true for you in such a way that, let's say, you get rid of the nonsense and you lock it down and you start from scratch and you say, let's make something real here. And you kind of embark on this journey of learning together. That could be very, could be very, very satisfying, for the long term, like starting from scratch again. Now, it could also indicate that this whole thing could be an optical illusion. So just allow for that, okay? Be very, very, very alert, be very, very careful, because if you do have the chance to start again and make the most of it, you want to work with something that's genuine, something that actually has substance as opposed to which is just an illusion or a fantasy, okay? You know, I don't know if I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say here. I don't want to labor the reading. I'm sure you can figure it out. I'm going to put this to the side here. You can reinterpret however you want and just make the best of it. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Squish it all together. Reinterpret however you want. Thank you so, so much, Leo. Bye-bye. Sorry, I almost tripped on my words there. Bye-bye.